Jeff's been killed, Tex.
It'd be a miracle if he weren't, man.
Won't these men who are fighting the railroad stop at anything?
Nothing short of a bullet, I reckon.
Hey! When you two get through talking it over, how about coming down here and giving somebody a hand?
Jeff, is that you?
Near as I can tell it is. Come on down and give me a hand.
Why, you old sidewinder.
I thought we'd never see you again.
I'm sorry to disappoint you. Well, Carter sure made a nice job of it, didn't he?
Sure like to meet up with that hombre.
Say, I hope Jim's got our men rounded up.
He ought to be hitting town just about now.
And we ought to be hitting camp just about now.
So come on, boys. Get right up here and get it, huh? The drinks are all out. Pour it out. That's it, boys. Pour it out. Drink it down. Yes, sir, man. Drink. Make it two. You'll sure do the town up brown. You heard me, son. Now, my idea of really something is a rare and tense house. So come on, step right up here and get it, boys, huh? The drinks are on the house.
Railroadmen! All you railroadmen, listen to me. This free celebration is just a trick to get you men out of camp. What? How come? While you're here enjoying yourself, the outfit that's trying to wreck our job stole the work train and all the supplies on it. Listen, men, listen. Come on back to camp with me before they wreck that too.
King, one of the railroad bosses is out here talking to the men.
These hombres won't war. We'll try to accommodate them. Take care of them, Nagel. All right, railroad men, let's get out of here.
Mr. Carter. That's all right, Raven. It isn't the first time a bottle spoiled a man's aim.
All right, men, come on!
What happened to the train? It was wrecked, Mr. Hartford, and all the equipment with it.
What are we going to do without a work train?
Let's go in the car and talk it over. Thanks. Give Brian a hand, will you?
Uh-huh. He was on that train when it went over.
That's too bad.
What do you mean, boss?
Ramsey was a good man. Well, I'd hope to find out just how good.
You'll find out. Ramsey's still alive.
You sure of that?
I saw him riding away from the wreck with Houston and Hartford girl.
Which definitely proves one thing.
What?
That Ramsey is too smart for these fellas. Now, the only way to stop that railroad gang is to destroy their equipment. Now, we've made a good start, but they've got a lot more hidden away somewhere. So it's up to you fellas to locate it and get busy on it.
Is everything all right, Tex?
Oh, sure. Outside the work train and $1 million worth of stuff gone to ruin.
Where's Jeff?
In Hartford's car.
You're right, Mr. Hartford. Those men on the train were whites, not Indians.
That free jamboree they staged was a trick to get our men away from camp.
Was King Carter there, Jim?
Yes, I saw him once, just before the fight started.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he's the man behind all these Indian attacks.
I don't believe it. You must remember that I saw 3 Indians try to kill him.
That doesn't disprove the fact that there are thousands of other Indians friendly to him, even in his pay.
Well, it certainly does to me.
Well, what are we going to do for a work train?
I'll tell you. We'll put old number 9 back into service. She's a fairly good engine. There's enough equipment cast away in various spots to last till another shipment arrives.
are, Bill. Let's make up for lost time.
You keep those Redskins off us, and we'll be through Hellgate Pass pronto.
That's the spirit.
Come on, boys. Hurry up with that equipment. Hurry up, boys.
Well, Jeff Ramsey's kept his word. He said he'd have old number 9 back in commission this morning. Smart man, I think.
That's what he thinks, too.
You wouldn't be sarcastic, would you? Fine job, boys. Well, it looks as though we can go right ahead. I want to talk to you about the blasting this side of Hellgate. Did you get the explosives?
Yes, sir. They're on a siding just above the bridge.
Fine. Now, I think I'd better send Claire back to the camp.
We'd better send somebody with her. It's not safe for her to ride around in this hostile country alone.
Casey, drive Miss Claire back to the construction camp.
Yes, Mr. Hart.
Now, in order to avoid this 2% grade, I think we should cut over through here. Now, what do you think?
You've got them hog-tied, Carter. In spite of their having another work train, they're short-handed and too busy fighting Indians to make any real progress with the railroad.
Sooner or later, they'll bring in a company of troops from Fort Custer. Before that happens, I've got to strike a decisive blow at Hartford.
Snake Eye.
Not a minute.
Well, I found it, Carter. The powder.
Powder, eh? Where? How much?
Hartford has 2 boxcars of explosives hidden on siding and cut above railroad bridge.
Above the bridge?
Yeah, on top of steep grade.
Good. I told you, Raven, we'd have to strike a decisive blow. Well, Hartford has laid it right in my lap.
Yes? What are you going to do?
Blow up that railroad bridge and cut off all their chances of bringing up more equipment.
Oh. It's kind of a large order, isn't it, Carter?
Not at all. Trouble with you, Raven, you haven't any imagination. Now, this is how we'll do it. Snake Eye, you get Lone Feather and a dozen bucks. Take Maddox with you. He's been a railroad man. Disguise yourself and Maddox as Indians. Put an obstruction in the middle of the bridge. Understand?
Yeah.
Then set fire to the box cars of explosives and start them down the grade. When they hit that blockade of yours, they'll blow that bridge to Kingdom Come.
Or Hellgate Pass, huh? Huh.
They'll probably blow themselves up with the bridge.
Well, just so they get the job done.
You're going to be short of tires in a few days, Jeff.
I know, Mr. Hartford. I located a stand of timber yesterday. Hey, Jim, take the Woods gang and ride over to Pine Ridge and blaze some tie timber. We'll send the cutters in tomorrow. Good. I've been wanting to take a ride. Well, make sure you come back with your scalp.
That's Hartford's daughter. We take her.
She's no use to us. Besides, we got a job to do.
If Carter have her prisoner, he makes terms with Father. Don't shoot Squaw. We take her.
Look. Indians.
Dead? Nah, just out. We put her on my horse, we take her.
We can't take her with us.
I know Cabe. We take her. Bring her home.
Canata Snipa. Yana Paha Tempo.
Well, where you been all morning?
Trying to pick up a line on who the white barman is that's inciting engine attacks.
What did you learn?
I think I located a shack where these renegades change their Dutch to engine gear. I'm going back.
You better go with them, Jeff. Bill Bryan and I'll carry on here till you get back.
Thanks, Mr. Harper. I'd like to investigate this.
Now that you got her here, what do you expect to do?
We take her to King Carter's hacienda. He paid good for this job.
I tell you, there's no time for that. We got to punch off those powder cars and blow the bridge.
All right. We leave Indians here to watch her. We pick her up on way back, huh? Here you go.
Hartford's rig.
Yeah. Casey was driving Miss Hartford to the camp.
Indians got 'em. 10 or more bucks in this party. Them Redskins is less than an hour ahead of us. We can catch 'em.
I know we can catch him, Tex, but I'm afraid it'll be too late to do any good.
Put them down there.
Tight and fast so powder cars stop here. Hot go, hot go.
You hear that, Tex? It's Claire.
Jeff, are you all right?
Certainly I'm all right. You'd be all right, too, if you get over that fool notion that you could prowl around all by yourself in Indian country.
Oh, is that so? Well, you listen to me, Mr. Jefferson Ramsey.
Oh.
If it wasn't for that fool notion of mine, as you call it, I wouldn't know that Indians, led by disguised white men, are going to blow up the bridge.
What?
The same men who killed Casey and caught me are going to set fire to the powder cars and roll them down the grade.
Hello, Jim. How'd you get here?
Well, we heard shooting on the way back from marking timber. What's going on here?
Plenty. I'll tell you about it later. Rooney, give Miss Claire your horse and mount one of those Indian broncs and ride into camp and send every armed man that you could possibly find to the bridge at once. You're going back to camp with Rooney.
Jeff, I don't want to go.
Come on, man.
You ready, miss?
You got your orders from Mr. Ramsey. Now go back to camp and send all the men to Red River Bridge. If you wait any longer, it'll be too late.
Hey! You can't! Women. Darn 'em! Now for the powder cars. You know, honey. Right, let me
I gotta get aboard and stop those cars before they hit the bridge. off, Tex. I gotta get aboard and stop those cars before they hit the bridge.
Here, drink this.
Jeff's done for, Jim.
King Carter's responsible for this. I'm going to town and settle with him.
I'm aiming to get him before you do.
Jim! Tex!
That gal.
We got no time for her now.
Over here! Help me!
Boy, you spoiled a fine killing for me by being alive.
Yeah, he interfered with my collecting King Carter's scalp.
Listen, it's a good thing for you fellas that I am alive. You might have lost your own.
Well, I don't understand how you men can take these things so lightly.
Well, as long as you got to take them, that's the only way to do it. After all, boys, the loss of that bridge is serious. It means a complete change in plans. We got to go report to Mr. Hartford right away.
Good, Carter. Except Jeff Ramsey got away safe. I get one chance at him, but that Hartford girl get in way.
I was right, Snake Eye. The girl mustn't be harmed. And you'll get plenty of chances to finish off Ramsey. With that bridge destroyed, they can't bring up any more supplies by rail. But now that we've cut the telegraph, they may try to send somebody to a stage, so keep your eyes open.
I'll go back and get the necessary supplies if you will suggest any way for me to get back.
Well, the stage always gets through. It's due here from the east today and goes back tomorrow.
I'll take it.
I might suggest an armed escort.
That'll not be necessary. Besides, we can't spare the men.
You're the boss.
I'll go with you, Dad.
Oh, no, dear. It's too risky.
Oh, I don't mind the risk. And I don't want to stay here alone.
If Miss Hartford wants to go, I'd suggest that you take her.
Thank you.
Don't mention it. Brian can keep the men busy filling in and tamping the road bed until the new supplies arrive.
While I'm back there, I'll speak to the commandant at Fort Custer and see if we can get some military protection.
You'll definitely go on the stage.
Definitely.
Big 6 good men for that armed escort tomorrow. We're liable to run into trouble. I could use a little excitement.
I sure found the place where that white man who bosses the engines hides out.
Boy, if we could only catch him and prove that Carter's responsible, we'd have him right where we want him.
Then let's get going. It's a long ride.
Wait. I'll check with the stage driver about Mr. Hartford going east tomorrow. Don't forget your girlfriend. How can I? I hope she never comes back. Hi, Lacey. They tell you about picking up Mr. Hartford tomorrow?
Yep, I won't forget.
Have any trouble with Indians?
Nope, they don't trouble me none.
Take care of it.
Hello, Lacey. Just in time to join me. Bob.
Shot of whiskey.
Seen many passengers?
Nope. A But I'm taking two mighty important ones east tomorrow.
That's so? Who are they?
Well, the president of this here railroad needs an order.
They don't say. They going all the way east?
Nope, just first Fort Custer.
Well, I hope you don't have any Indian trouble.
Indians don't bother me none. Here's to your health, Mr. Carter.
Drink hearty. Hartford's going to Fort Custer for troops.
When?
Tomorrow on the stage. Get Snake Eye on the job at once. Tell him to take the girl to War Eagle's village. Maybe I can stage a thrilling rescue and become her noble protector.
Women don't belong in this business.
But if they insist on entering it?
Then they should be treated exactly as any other enemy.
Humbre's hideout is just over that rise.
Let's take a look.
Yeah. Plumb hard to sneak up on a breed.
Well, then we won't sneak up on him. Come on.
Come in and get me!
Maybe I will. Take a shot at him.
Huh?
You want him alive. Maybe he'll answer a few questions.
Taken that breed. Fire and thunder, didn't you let me plug him?
You could have plugged yourself with that hand. But at that, I'd like to send him on that stage tomorrow with Hartford. Let the boys kind of work on it.
Yeah, and I'd like to have sent him some other place and let somebody else work on it.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Now, don't worry, dear. There isn't any danger. The stage has never been attacked.
Buffalo meat. Gee, what I wouldn't give for a steak off of one of them critters.
We got more important things to do than that, Tex.
You're always spoiling my eats.
How far are we going to ride, Jeff? Well, just far enough to make sure the stage is out of danger.
If I was an engine, I'd pick Bolt or Cut to jump the stage.
Hey, maybe you're right at that, Tex. Let's head for there.
Look, Dad. Indians.
Wait a minute, boys. You hear that?
Them Redskins sure fooled us.
Well, they can't be far away. Come on.
Look, Dad. It's Jeff and the men.
Right about an escort.
Hey, fellas! They got us surrounded. Come on, take the cover. Is that old bridge still over Stone Canyon?
Was the last time I took notice.
What's on your mind? Try to sneak across it, pick up an Indian pony, and get back to camp for help. You're right. Those devils will keep us here till we starve to death.
Let's get going. We might make it.
Bye.